Welcome to this week's edition of Mainly Motorsports, and it's the first edition in May, and it feels like May should be better weather than what we've been seeing, but hopefully it turns around, the racetracks get racing, and I know we had some last weekend, we had some lose it, but big weekend of racing last weekend. But the last time we taped the show, it was actually just before we were doing our Bentley's deal, so now we can really talk about what took place over there at Bentley's on that Thursday night, and what a great time we had, huh?
It was a great time. Great turnout. I remember sitting there, it was 5:30, I think, 5:30 or 6 o'clock, and just seeing how many people were there already. Maybe it was like 6:30, but still like early on into the night, and I looked around and like every single table had people at it. Just really cool seeing some legends. So like Dickie Fowler was there, just inducted into the main Motorsports Hall of Fame. We had Lee from Amsoil, who always supports. Some kids from the Special Olympics of Maine were there too, which was really, really cool. And Bazzuto's was there, and it was just really cool to see everyone, come together for this great thing. Ken from Wiscasset, so it was
race
great.
fans and fans of Mainly Motorsports at all likes, and what's pretty neat. And this year, for the first time, we kind of used it as a forum, as a auction raffle type of thing, and not knowing what to expect, and raffled off some great prizes with our typical bucket ticket in the bucket thing. And what was pretty neat was the gang from the Granite State Pro All-Star Series, along with a friend of theirs that won the signed Kyle Busch helmet, put it back up in the auction, and then Doug Shores and a buddy of his bidding against Terry Sylvain, and Terry bought it for $500, a signed Kyle Busch replica helmet, and all those proceeds went to the Special Olympics of Maine, and raised another $2,400. So the numbers climbing. You saw the boards outside with the modified, and everybody's looking and everybody's counting and everybody's like, wow. So we officially ended that night at just a hair under $55,000 raised for the Special Olympics. We haven't collected it all, but it's committed. Obviously, you saw what Ben Bazowski did a couple weeks ago. And the cool thing is, as I stopped and thought about it, I'm like, we could stop right now and hit our 70 and call it good. But
nope, not stopping.
that's not me, and that's not us, and we're going for it. So we announced that we're going to try to raise $100,000 for the Special Olympics of Maine through the Hometown Foundation. And I think the big highlight of that night was when I brought Scott Mulkern, and everybody knows him as the Colonel, up, and he agreed with me, and he said he'd do it with me. If we hit that $100,000 mark, we will have a bash, a party like no other, and it'll be fun, and me and Mulkern will be the headliners. And so, yeah, you want to hope we hit 100,000, and I think we're gonna. And still a lot of untapped waters. We haven't started racing, and I'm really excited as we get to the track, and the announcers start talking about this, and they start reading your write-ups you're going to do about what's going on, and like, wow, this is a pretty neat deal.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm just really excited to be a part of it and then go to new places, because being a part of this experience, I get to go to some tracks that I've never been to before, which is really exciting for me. But it also feels good to be doing this for something greater than what me and you are, and it's great.
Yeah, no, it's really exciting. We're really excited about it. Had a lot of people asking me about it up at Oxford this past weekend, and sucked for them that they lost Saturday, just like Wiscasset lost their second week in a row of Saturdays. Yeah. But the weather cooperated enough. The Pro All-Star Series put on one whale of an event over there at Oxford on Sunday. 3 support divisions, the past mods, Northeast Mini Stock Tour, and the Honey Badger and Grill Street Stock Tour division type of thing. Kind of parlayed into the American Canadian Tour event and the Pro All-Star Series 150. And it was a long day, but it was a great day of racing.
It was a long day, like you said. I think I got there at 8 o'clock in the morning, didn't leave until 8 o'clock at night. But it was great. It was really cool to see them come out in numbers. So Act Tour, 36 cars to start the race. Past Tour, I think 32 cars to start the race, something like that. And
good field of every class. Yeah. The street stocks were close to 20. The Northeast Mini Stock Tour was close to 20. And were they over 30?
Over 30 that showed up, but not all of them made a show because of issues
and stuff. And then the past mods, who sometimes struggle with their car counts, had a dozen, and there's a few more coming.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about with you earlier, is that past mods, yes, you hear 12 cars, and you're like, that's not really a big field. But compared to the 6 or 7 that were competing weekly last year. It was like almost double the field, and all those drivers were exciting. Really exciting things to happen for Brian Kruzak, who ended up winning his first ACT race. Matty Sanborn, who we've talked about, has won a modified race before, but not a past modified race.
Yeah.
So I was talking to him earlier about how big of a deal it was for him to win, a race on a tour. And a lot of firsts. Garrett Hall getting his first win of the season in a great past race. He came, he didn't start like at the back, but didn't really start at the front either. So it was really cool to see him like gradually make his way through the field, kind of like in a sneaky way, and just be there at the end too.
Yeah, no, it was a great day of racing, and we're going to show you a lot of highlights, and you'll hear from the winners. So we're going to take a break. We come back on Mainly Motorsports. We'll dive right into the street stock class and from up at Oxford and see some of the action that took place up there.
Welcome to LST Landscaping, where we've been providing complete landscape solutions to all of southern Maine since 1969. We specialize in year-round landscape maintenance and snow services, including weekly lawn mowing, seasonal cleanups, sweeping, mulching, and so much more. Many more customizable services are available upon request. Please call our office today at 207-878-1578 or visit our website, lstlandscapinginc.com.
Hi, I'm Scott from Scotch Recreation. We just had the biggest month in our history. Why? We're selling campers at wholesale to the public, even the 2019s. So what did we do? We went out and bought a bunch more. Up to 40% off travel trailers and fifth wheels, up to 35% off toy haulers, up to 30% off motorhomes. You'll never see these prices again. Over 400 campers to choose from, all at wholesale prices.
Scott's Recreation, Route 4 Turner and Route 202 Manchester, Maine.
We know Maine is hard on cars, so when your ignition won't turn or you lose your key, that just adds insult to injury. Why tow it? E-Keys for Cars technicians will solve your problem in your dooryard or at the mall and get you back on the road. AAA member? You should be. Your AAA locksmith coverage comes right off the bill. E-Keys for Cars, Maine's fast, affordable solution to your car key and lock problems. On the Auto Mile, Route 1, Saco.
E-Keys for Cars.
Wiscasset Speedway is back, and we have the cure for your need for speed. Maine's biggest and fastest proudly presents 8 feature divisions, including Pro Stocks, late models, 4-cylinder Pro Stocks, modifieds, and more. Plus special features throughout the season, including the Nell Car Legends, the Wicked Good Vintage Racers, the NEMA Midgets, Enduros, and more. All this fun, all this excitement, all for just $5. Wiscasset Speedway, west on the road, Wiscasset. Online at Facebook and WiscassetSpeedway.com.
Mainly Motorsports, brought to you by LKQ Core. Any part, any repair, anywhere. Located on Route 202 in Gorham.
Wiscasset Speedway, Maine's biggest and fastest, with $5 admission every weekend and loads of family fun. Check us out at WiscassetSpeedway.com.
Bentley Saloon, Route 1 in Arundel. Stop by and see why me and my friends say, who has more fun than us? We do.
fellas climbing out of an 85 there, they tell us about how old they are. They're in their 40s, 52 years old. Man, they opened up the door for you, a whale of a battle in front of you, and when push came to shove, there it was, and you took it. You know, this is the funnest class I think I've ever been in, other than, you know, it's pretty close to what like and Billy up before, and Gary, and I said, there's no way I'm going to get those guys. I just sit there, and I see they got a mess up. And I just held on, and I still spinning, and I'm just hanging on, and the crack is really slippery. Sunk them out, like, you know something? We're here, that's what happened. Patient 30 years ago, different patient. That's what happened, pays off. Thank you. All right, how about a big round of applause? Kenny Harrison wins it. New York. Family. Now you're the winner on Northeast Mini Stock Door 50 lap feature, Jimmy Childs. I know this means a lot to you too because there's a very special person I know you wanted to win one of these sports.
You know, I mean, it's been 7 years since I won here. And I didn't get third last year, but it's been 7 years. My home track. I spent my whole life here. My kids grew up here. You know, I mean, I don't know. Win number 49 for the OPS win. I mean, you know, what do you do? I had a big lead, but I weren't laying down. You guys don't buy tickets to see me lay down with anything. So I figured I'd drive the tires right off it. You know, I mean, good run with Zach, the 19. He pulled the Hail Mary, wanted to pull out in front of me. I'm just glad that you know, nothing bad happened. That's part of racing. Well, I want to thank Bob Gutsel from Emily Moore. I want to thank Marty Emerson. I want to thank Quebec Flowers, Mike Billy Childs, Bill Bryan, Ron's Transmission, Crystal, all my kids, all the fans, all you guys, I miss you. I'm coming back the 18th for the AJ Roberti race, and I'm doing this for him because I miss him.
Jimmy Childs, a very popular winner here.
Legendary race car driver Bentley Warren is putting Arundel on the map. When Bentley Saloon opened in 2004, it was just a little bar room on the side of the road. Today we have a giant saloon with live music, dancing, and great food and drink indoors and out. We're always looking to meet new friends and have a good old time. There's always something exciting going on at Bentley's. That's why we like to say, who has more fun than us? We do!
For a trusted name in residential and commercial site work in the southern Maine area, call Peter Pettit Excavating. We can handle everything from the complete house lot to those nasty water and sewer line repairs. Septic systems are another area that we specialize in. During the snow season, Pettit Excavating has the equipment to handle any size job.
And when the race season arrives, be sure to follow the number 7 Hewitt's Family Restaurant Chevrolet on the past Super Late Model Tour.
Call 207-282-9305 to get the job done right. That's Peter Pettit Excavating.
Don't deal with just anybody to seal coat your driveway or business this season. Call Black Magic. They bring over 20 years of experience in seal coating and crack filling. Black Magic's skilled team makes sure the job is always done right, on schedule with quality workmanship at a fair price. Protect your investment in your driveway by getting it sealed with Black Magic.
Ooh, Black Magic.
My name is Scott. This is Devin. We're the owners of Black Magic Seal Coating. Let us earn your business today. You'll be glad you did.
Patman's Redemption and Agency Liquor Store is located at 95 Tanberg Trail in Windham, Maine. With over 400 feet of hard liquor and 15 doors of ice-cold beer and soda, Patman's can handle all of your beverage needs. And if it's wine on your agenda, we have over 300 varieties in stock. Then when the party's over, Patman's can handle all of your Maine returnables, and we welcome all bottle drives. And if you're late for the race, drop off the bottles and pick up the cash at your convenience.
Hey, this is Patman himself, just letting you know that Patman's is your one-stop shop for all your thirsty needs.
Well, welcome back to Mainly Motorsports, and you saw the street stock highlights, and great race there, and never over till it's over. And congratulations to Kenny Harrison, and a guy that's been around a long time and still continues to win races. And then the Northeast Mini Stock Tour, Jimmy Charles, a guy that's owned Oxford, picked up his 49th career win there, and nice little battle with him and Zach Audette, and two of the most intense drivers in all of racing throughout the state of Maine. They might only race at the mini stock level, but those guys are hardcore racers.
Yeah, I was excited about it. Greg Emerson and I made a little bet. He picked Childs to win. I picked Audette. He bet me $5. I didn't end up giving him $5 because he told me that if I wrote at the end of my recap that he was right, I could have forgot the $5. So. But it was a friendly bet, but it was a great race. Yeah. And I feel like you said, it's not over till it's over, because I had Race Monitor up as I was, watching what was going on track, and I could see that Audette, the closing laps there, was gaining about a couple of tenths every lap, and kind of getting a little bit closer as they made their way through lap traffic. And I was like, if he gets a caution, he's going to have that one more chance to catch up to him. And I think he just sent it a little too hard in the turn one, and that's kind of what led to, Childs taking it away the way he did, but fighting until the very lap, and that's what it was all about.
Absolutely. And then that turns us to the past mods, and 12-car field, some new people, some veterans. Championship battle's wide open. No Ben Tinker, as he's moved on to the Super Late Model ranks of the Pro All-Stars Series, and so it's going to be an exciting season there, and you're going to see a lot of different people pick up wins, and this particular weekend was no different. So enjoy these highlights, and congratulations to the winner as he picked up his first ever tour win for the Pro All-Star Series Modified Division.
Everybody's happy to see this. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's everything I dreamed it would be. I gotta thank so many people I want to thank everybody for coming today. Everybody that helps me out. My parents sacrificed a lot. Kyle Jordan, my wife Randy, my little girl Lydia, she picked out the colors, and Charlie told me in tech after the heat race that pink might be my color, and I think so too. I gotta thank RN Craft, J&J Naturals, Chip Service Center, Stanley Excavation, everybody that helps me out. Everybody's a big supporter of me. Come here, NEFBA. This means the world to me. I know it's just a past mod race, but for me, this is the world. So, thanks again, and everybody else. Thanks. All right, and we got a couple more questions to throw at you. We know Lydia's what, 4 years old now? Did you finally bring her to the race? Well, the kid's birthday party today, but she's gonna be here. Trust me, she's fired up about it. So she just turned 4 a couple days ago. All right, and this division used to have a big UPS presence here. You're like the last survivor, so you can be everybody's favorite UPS driver. That's true. Yeah, that's right. Hopefully, this UPS driver will let. All right, if you got a Miller Lite, Maddie will be back at check, and you can catch him outside the pit area. How about a round of applause?
Welcome to Mainely Motorsports.
To order a copy of this show, send a check or money order for $15, including shipping and handling to Mainely Motorsports, 2 Main Street, Suite 17-103, Biddeford, Maine, 04005. And please add the show number in the description of the show.
Football fans, have we got a deal for you? VIP Tour and Charter Bus Company is offering round-trip transportation to Gillette Stadium to watch the New England Patriots make another run for the Super Bowl. Ride in style knowing we're doing the driving. So if you've got a ticket, we've got your ride. It doesn't get any better than that. Just log on to VIPChartercoaches.com, click on the Browse Book Tour button, and book your trip today. It's that simple. Relax and leave the driving to us, and we'll leave the tailgating to you. Hi, I'm Scott from Scott Recreation. We just had the biggest month in our history. Why? We're selling campers at wholesale to the public, even the 2019s. So what did we do? We went out and bought a bunch more. Up to 40% off travel trailers and fifth wheels, up to 35% off toy haulers, up to 30% off motorhomes. You'll never see these prices again. Over 400 campers to choose from, all at wholesale prices.
Scott's Recreation, Route 4 Turner and Route 202 Manchester, Maine.
Hi, I'm Johnny Wolf. Here at 21st Century Motors, we've been in business since 1972 and we take pride in our work. We have a large selection of pre-owned vehicles that are clean and ready. I personally drive and state inspect every vehicle we sell. We're experts at getting your car financed, whether you have good, bad, or no credit. We purchase vehicles several times a week, so there's always plenty to choose from. Come on in and make a deal today at 21st Century Motors in Gorham or online at 21stcenturymaine.com.
Mainly Motorsports, brought to you by
Scotch Recreation. Whether you're thinking about your first camper or looking to upgrade your current one, Scotch Recreation can help you. Get both our Route 202 Manchester and our Route 4 Turner locations and online at scotchrecreation.com.
Well, back to Mainly Motorsports here, and what I consider the most entertaining race of the day, the barn burner of a race for the day. If you could have taken out 3 or 4 of the guys that understood that when you're racing for 24th, you don't need to spin the guy for 23rd. But it happens. I don't care what level of racing, it happens. We've seen it at the Cup level all the way down to the guys that are racing Wacky Wednesdays and Thursday Thunder. But that's the American Canadian Tour racing. You know, between Bobby Therian, Chip Grenier, Joey Pohl, you know, watching Scott Pay come and go and come and go. You know, wonder when Wayne Hello was going to make his move, and then Brian Kruzak. That was a barn burner of a race.
Yeah, I liked it. Like you said, it was a lot. It was very testy towards the beginning, and it's hard to gain momentum for like the drivers at the front of the field when you're having caution come out every 5, 10, 6 laps, and it was a little testy there at the beginning. But once they said like, hey, we're going to cut this down to 125 laps, that's when everyone kind of cut it out and was like, let's get down to business.
Let's finish this race, yeah. And, you know, it's a shame because the guys up front were putting on one hell of a show, and it was fun to watch. It was, you know, they were leaning on each other, they were giving each other room, but they were also trying to take space away, and it was an amazing event. 3 wide racing at the front, and just a great, great race. And enjoy these highlights, and congratulations to a team and a driver that picked up their first ever win on the American Canadian Tour.
type of cars back in the kind of early 2000s at Lee USA Speedway, which would be your home track. And then when they went away from them, you stepped up to the super late models, and now you're back, second race back behind the wheel of an ACT late model, and you found your way to victory lane.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. I can't thank Dale Shaw Race Cars. These guys give me an excellent car, and I'm just happy to be wheeling this thing. Bobby Weber Jr. for stepping up and letting me drive this thing, and all my guys put 110% into this right off the bat. It's a pretty good thing.
You got some sponsors you'd like to thank today?
Yeah, Vinorius, Pilo Driving, Vinorius Companies. Mike Holmes and Son Excavation, Elevate Designs for a sick wrap on this thing. He's getting a little work this week though. And Cruzex Garage, Race Parts and H. Those guys are working a lot.
So you're going to Thunder Road next week? Yep. Cruz says he's going. Let him hear, folks. We're winner Brian Kruzak, driver car number 19.
You know what I think I like the best about that?
What's that?
Brian Kruzak had the lead. He lost the lead. He had to go back and get the lead. You know, that's what I really, like, that's when he showed the best car won. He went back and overpowered one of the best drivers the American Canadian Tour has ever had on their driver roster, and that's Joey Pole. And he took it away from him and powered to victory. And congratulations to him and the entire team. And, we were down to Bobby Weber Jr.'s shop there a few weeks ago. He had a big piece on it and talked about, his season and what he hoped for and what he strived for. And, man, they come out of the box strong.
Yeah, they came out really, really strong and had troubles a little later on in the day, which we'll talk about later. But with the ACT race, like, he was on it all day. At the front on his heat, like winning the heat, and then, just coming out there and just blowing them away during the race. And like you said, it was like he would drop, like, maybe 1 or 2 positions. I don't think he was ever out of the top 5 all day.
No.
And then just come back and do it again. And I loved it when him, and the fans loved it, when him and Poe were going at it at the end there. Everyone in the stands was like up in both the pits and the grandstands. And it was cool because they raced each other hard, very, very hard. But I don't think, like, they intentionally touched each other. There was nothing dirty at all, which is awesome to see.
I mean, Joey Pole and his dad were the first 2 people to the window net to congratulate Brian Kruzak. Both have turned a lot of laps at New Hampshire tracks. Yeah. And, really it was a great race to watch. And congratulations to them. And, pretty cool that, Bobby Weber called me up Monday morning and said, hey, I didn't get anybody to match my winnings because his deal was if anybody would match the winnings and they won the race, he donated all the Dream Ride. But so good for him, he can keep some of his money. But he's still going to make a generous donation to us again for, Dream Ride Racing. So thank you to Bobby Weber and, congratulations to your entire team as they move forward. Now they weren't going to Thunder Road, but now they got to go to Thunder Road. They're the point leader. So, great job by those guys. So we're going to take a break. We come back. I'm going to show you some past highlights and another race that was, and I don't care, it always puts on a great race at Oxford. The Pro All-Star Series, Super Late Models, always put on a great race at Oxford, and this past weekend was no different.
Hi, I'm Sean Moody. We take pride in our facilities, and at Moody's, it's what's inside that matters. We believe it's more than just the exterior looking good, it's what's inside that matters. Restoring the structure of your vehicle the factory specs is critical to your safety. I'm proud of our Moody's co-worker owners who understand the importance of protecting your valuable asset. And we all know what our most valuable asset is. It's what's inside that matters.
Servicing differentials is virtually impossible. The confined space makes fill holes difficult to reach, and industry-standard conical bottles are rigid and hard to squeeze. That combination makes for a messy job. Plus, you can't get all of the gear lube out of the bottle, so you have to buy more than you need to complete the job. And engineering your own solution only results in disaster. Not anymore. Introducing the new AMSOIL Easy Pack. Easily access hard-to-service differentials. Easily squeeze out all of the contents. And easily stay clean while you do it. No more leftover fluid or inconvenient rigid bottles. No more trouble reaching difficult fill holes. No more mess. AMSOIL Severe Gear in the new Easy Pack. The solution to all your problems.
Another first from AMSOIL.
For a stocking dealer nearest you, call toll-free 877-761-8375 or visit fourseasonsynthetic.com.
Hi, I'm Andy Austin with exciting news about a new division of Beech Ridge Motor Speedway designed to bring new people to weekly racing. Here's series founder Dan Wolf.
Thanks, Andy. Our goal was to create cheap, easy-to-build race cars. Bone stock production cars with a simple 4-point roll cage and proper safety equipment.
We've named them the 21st Century Motors Street Devils. Our 2017 rulebook and schedule are available at beechridge.com and at Street Devils Racing on Facebook.
The future of auto racing has always been street car divisions because of the low cost.
Some folks are building cars and sharing the driving duties. There's even an all-star car to allow celebrities to try out the Street Devil and a 2-seat driver's ed car so you can take a few laps.
Get information about our mentor program, low-cost safety equipment, roll cage kits, and videos on how to build one at Street Devils Racing on Facebook.
So, form a team, build a car, and come join us this summer as we kick off the 21st Century Motors Street Devil division at Beech Ridge Motor Speedway.
Welcome to LST Landscaping, where we've been providing complete landscape solutions to all of southern Maine since 1969. We specialize in year-round landscape maintenance and snow services, including weekly lawn mowing, seasonal cleanups, sweeping, mulching, and so much more. Many more customizable services are available upon request. Please call our office today at 207-878-1578 or visit our website, lstlandscapinginc.com.
I'm Melinda. My husband Steve and I operate E-Keys for Cars in Saco. E-Keys is family owned with over 20 years in the car key business. Need an extra key? We promise to provide the best quality at a good price. Walk-ins are always welcome with no appointment ever needed. You'll be in and out in minutes. And yes, E-Keys still handles emergencies. But why wait? E-Keys for Cars, Route 1 on the Auto Mile in Saco.
E-Keys for Cars.
Hi, I'm Johnny Wolf. Here at 21st Century Motors, we've been in business since 1972 and we take pride in our work. We have a large selection of pre-owned vehicles that are clean and ready. I personally drive and state inspect every vehicle we sell. We're experts at getting your car financed, whether you have good, bad, or no credit. We purchase vehicles several times a week, so there's always plenty to choose from. Come on in and make a deal today at 21st Century Motors in Gorham or online at 21stcenturymaine.com.
Wiscasset Speedway is back, and we have the cure for your need for speed. Maine's biggest and fastest proudly presents 8 feature divisions, including Pro Stocks, late models, 4-cylinder Pro Stocks, modifieds, and more. Plus special features throughout the season, including the Nell Car Legends, the Wicked Good Vintage Racers, the NEMA Midgets, Enduros, and more. All this fun, all this excitement, all for just $5. Wiscasset Speedway, West on the Road, Wiscasset. Online at Facebook and WiscassetSpeedway.com.
Well, welcome back to Mainely Motorsports, and you just saw the highlights of what was turned out to be a really great race over there at Oxford this past weekend. And on the phone, we have the winner of the race, a little bit of surprising winner, and that's Garrett Hall. And Garrett, welcome to Mainely Motorsports.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Now, we talked about this before, but I want everybody to hear your answer. At what point during that race did you feel like that you had a car, that the 94, that you could end up in victory lane?
You know, it was all just a strategic race, and I'll be honest with you, I don't think that ever crossed my mind till lap 149 there. A lot of my spotter was saying DJ was kind of right behind me there, so I never knew what was going to happen. You know, it's never over, but we were able to hold on to it and have a good smooth race.
Yeah, not at that level. And you started mid-pack, and a lot of good cars in front of you, a lot of good cars behind you, and when that Pro All-Star Series rolls into Oxford, that's a tough race to win. And that's why it's been so incredible with the run that like a Curtis Gary's been on, being able to dominate that place, because that's a tough place to get a hold of.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. I mean, just everything kind of fell into place, and if you were to ask me, halfway through the day before the feature, how I was going to do, I probably would have said, well, maybe if we're lucky, we might have a top 10 finish, but we worked hard and we never stopped, and it showed.
Yeah, no, and obviously, a heat race it's hard to gauge a day by a heat race because everybody's on new tires, and they take a bad car and make it decent, and they make a decent car and make it good, and take a good car and make it a little better. But a lot of it's the luck of the draw, and you didn't really have a good draw in your heat race, so you kind of worked your way into a qualifying position and started the race mid-pack. And like you said, you got to take your time because you got to save some stuff. But you can't let the guys out front just run away and hide, because you get, the next thing you know, you're bottled up in traffic and a chance of getting a lap down.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I told a couple of the guys on the crew, I go, if we can just get this thing stable and, consistent and make it turn and come off the bottom real good, it'll stay the same throughout the whole race, and I think we'll have a good chance at maybe, doing something.
Yeah, and it seemed like for the biggest part of the race, there really wasn't an outside groove. It looked like a guy would get out there for a few laps and he could mainly maintain for a couple laps, and then he'd start losing ground, and so that had to weigh on you when you had that restart with DJ with about 15 laps to go. That you probably only had 2 or 3 laps to make it happen and get around him, or you might be that guy that was going to start fading, and next thing you know, you find yourself battling for 5th. So how important was it to get a great restart, what you did, and kind of hold him down and try to clear him to get into get into the lead?
Yeah, no, that was really important. But even before that, we had really played a strategic race on, how things are going, and making sure that we had the inside, because between watching the other divisions, we knew that there was no outside crew, and I needed to make sure that we stayed in a odd starting position, which is hard because of all the lap cars and different things that go on, but we just tried to keep our eyes on it and try to play things right. And I knew that it'd be hard to get that lead on the outside there on that restart. So I had to make sure that I had a real good restart, and I was able to hold him and pinch him down. And he got to me once there coming off the turn 2, and I was able to get a hold of it. And that was just a real important restart to make sure I was able to capitalize on what we were doing.
No, absolutely, and very exciting times. Norm's Used Cars, major sponsor for you guys. Obviously, Dad and the family puts a ton of money in, ton of effort, and and the crew that's been around you for years. But you got a new crew chief that come on board this year. Everybody always wonders how that's going to work and gel and everything. So. You can't ask for a better start to a season than you guys have started 2019.
Right, I think that we would have been pretty well at Thompson, but, just a couple things that didn't fall into the right position. And at Richmond, we ran into some bad luck there, getting a flat tire at the beginning of the race. And then later on, we got into some fluid that leaked out in the track, and that just kind of ended our night. And we had been working on that car for a long time to make sure that we had that thing ready to go to Richmond. I don't know how many times that we had the rear window out, the rear spoiler, just trying to make it fast and, try to get the aerodynamics right for Richmond, because, it's a fun track, it's a different challenge, and, it was something that we had a lot of fun to do, and then go there and have some bad luck, and then come back and work on the car all week long to go to Thompson, and luckily we were able to hold on to the car and keep it in one piece to make it better, and, go to Oxford with it, so.
No, absolutely, and, I know it's only April, or, it'll be May, in a couple days, but it's never too early to start racing, thinking about that race that comes up there in the latter part of August. And last year you were a threat, you led a lot of laps, you were my sleeper pick, and opened a lot of people's eyes that day, so, good stepping stone to start thinking now that you can win at that track. You got a good baseline set up, and 3 or 4 months down the road, that big race they call the Oxford 250, you're going to be right in your wheelhouse, and you'd love to walk out of there the winner of that thing, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I was hoping that was going to happen last year, but I can't complain with the run we had, so you never know with that race. It's a hard race, and I think we might have learned a little bit of something as far as pit strategy last year, but you still never know what's going to happen. So.
No, absolutely. But from all of us here at Mainely Motorsports, Garrett, we want to congratulate you on picking up the win this past weekend at Oxford, starting off the 2019 season, getting a win under your belt early, and as the momentum starts building, you get into some more short tracks and tracks that are right in your wheelhouse, and wish you and your entire team the best of luck for the remainder of the year leading up to the 250 and the championship hunt.
Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate talking with me.
All right, and that's Garrett Hall, winner of last week's Honey Badger 150 at Oxford Plains Speedway. So we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back here on Mainly Motorsports.
Hi, I'm Sean Moody. We take pride in our facilities, and at Moody's, it's what's inside that matters. We believe it's more than just the exterior looking good, it's what's inside that matters. Restoring the structure of your vehicle to factory specs is critical to your safety. I'm proud of our Moody's co-worker owners who understand the importance of protecting your valuable asset. And we all know what our most valuable asset is. It's what's inside that matters.
Hi, I'm Andy Austin with exciting news about a new division of Beech Ridge Motor Speedway designed to bring new people to weekly racing. Here's series founder Dan Wolf.
Thanks, Andy. Our goal was to create cheap, easy-to-build race cars. Bone stock production cars with a simple 4-point roll cage and proper safety equipment.
We've named them the 21st Century Motors Street Devils. Our 2017 rulebook and schedule are available at beechridge.com and at Street Devils Racing on Facebook.
The future of auto racing has always been street car divisions because of the low cost.
Some folks are building cars and sharing the driving duties. There's even an all-star car to allow celebrities to try out the Street Devil and a 2-seat driver's ed car so you can take a few laps.
Get information about our mentor program, low-cost safety equipment, roll cage kits, and videos on how to build one at Street Devils Racing on Facebook.
So, form a team, build a car, and come join us this summer as we kick off the 21st Century Motors Street Devil division at Beech Ridge Motor Speedway.
Looking for a great time, great people, and great food? Then visit New England's #1 biker destination, Bentley's Saloon, owned by legendary super-modified driver Bentley Warren. Bentley's is a biker bar that welcomes everyone. Staying in the area, Bentley's has their own full-service campground right on site. Tuesdays, Bentley's Cruise Night attracts car enthusiasts from all over New England. Located on Route 1 in Arundel, Bentley's Saloon guarantees a great time. Check out the fun at BentleySaloon.com and see why Bentley says, who has more fun than us?
Well, welcome back to Mainly Motorsports as we wrap up this week's edition with Amy and her cough, and hopefully she's starting to feel better. Everybody's had it over the last few weeks, and but hopefully the weather cooperates this weekend and we can see some racing. And I know Wisconsin's hoping to kick their season off. I mean,
finally,
you know, a lot of tracks in New Hampshire. Monadnock going to go this weekend. Hudson going to go this weekend. Lee's still a couple weeks away. Star, they got week 1 in last week. The Bunny Brawl finally got in, so they're looking to go again. So, you know, and then big doubleheader up to Oxford. You know, all the races that got canceled from Saturday, double features for everybody. And then, you know, what we call our home track, Beech Ridge Motor Speedway, going to kick off their, what is it, 71st season or something, competition. So, yeah, no, it's just short track racing is here, and we're all excited, and some good things are happening.
Yeah, I'm really excited. We all know that I love Beech Ridge, and that's my home. But this coming weekend, I plan on going to Beech Ridge on Saturday night, obviously. Smart thing for me to do, being on a hooded 2 cars, being on a lot of cars there. And then on Sunday, I'm going to Hudson to go see the past mods and what they have going on there. I'm really excited after Ben, you know, told you about the improvements that they've been making to the Speedway to see what it's like, because I've always loved that track, but it's always been like something like really classic. And with him saying that now there's a wall all the way around, it'll be interesting because now you won't have, you know, tire or cars potentially going over tires into the river out back, going into the woods off of turn 3. It'll be interesting to see how that all plays out. So I'm excited to go there. It'll be a nice trip. I have Sunday off, which is great, and then Saturday night at Beech Ridge, I'm pumped for that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So get out, support all your local short tracks. As you know, the drag strips will be open up. The go-kart tracks. I know Richmond Karting Speedway gets going this weekend. White Mountain, Thunder Road. You know, the Actors and Thunder Road. Mainly Awards back in action. You know, we're going to take care of all their stuff. So pretty exciting for everything that's going on. Short track racing. We had a great first week over at Oxford, and looking forward to wherever we end up this week. Going to be another great time. So thank you to everybody that helps out. Thank you to Amy, all our sponsors. Support the sponsors that support us, that support the race cars and support the race track. So short track racing is alive and well in Northern New England, and we want to do our part. So hope you all enjoyed this week's episode of Mainly Motorsports, and we'll see you next time right here on
Mainly Motorsports.
There you go.